Okay, guys. I'm wrapping my head around this one. Okay, so I'm doing a video because there's been a lot of grumblings on the internet. You guys might want to pay attention to this one. Paul and Adrian off-grid farming with Paul and Adrian is reporting that there's a prophecy that was done about, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago of a guy that was going around, and he described the time that we live in right now. I mean, in detail, like crazy detail. So, so the United States, as of 7 hours ago, just put out a bulletin that, I guess it's called a bulletin when they say whatever they say. I don't know. Who knows what to think of these people anymore? But they just put a mandatory evacuation at a Kiev. Okay, so I'm like up here, like saying, okay, why didn't they do this in February when Putin invaded? But apparently they're saying, get out of there, like now. Like there's some crazy stuff going to go down. Okay, so back to this prophecy thing. Okay, so the guy said that there was going to be a mass exodus out of Kiev, and then there's going to be a second one. Okay, well, as of right now, we're in the second mass evacuation of Kiev. Okay, so if this guy is a prophet and he keeps saying everything in detail, okay, now God says in the Bible that there's going to be multiple prophets and false prophets and everything, and if you get one wrong, you're a false prophet. That's what he says. Okay, doesn't matter what else you got right. If you get one wrong, you're a false prophet. Okay, now if this is going down the way he's saying it's going down, could this be the big event that starts World War III? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now, if that nuclear power plant goes up, okay, that's over there, that's got like 7 reactors on it, or 9 reactors, whatever it is, you're talking 7 countries that are going to be affected by that. Most of them are NATO. If that place goes up, the fallout hits those 7 countries around there, that's Article 5. That's World War III. Okay, so why are they evacuating Kiev all of a sudden? Could it be that everything is escalating? Could be. I don't know. We're coming up on the general election, okay? A lot of things, a lot of dynamics are going on, okay? It's imperative that you pay attention to what these fools are up to, okay? They will tell you what they're up to. You just got to pay attention to it, okay? Now, this is a prepper channel, okay? It says High Desert Prepper 4555 for a reason, okay? Preppers look at the world for what it is, okay? You're supposed to be prepared for all. Look at all the disasters going on in the country, around the world, droughts, electricity problems, gas problems, natural gas problems. Now they're saying that everybody ain't going to have any heat this winter. If I'm not mistaken, I think God says pray that it don't happen in the winter. I could have sworn he said that in the Bible. For some reason, something's scratching at my head telling me to look at that. Okay? Now, we have tons of namesayers out there. I'm not going to say anybody's name or anything like that, but you know what? One of these days, real soon, You're going to kick yourself in the backside because you weren't listening. Okay? Keep saying it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And if you got a family, you got children, you need to make allies. You need to make put a group together. Know who your neighbor is, please. I know my neighbors, and I know I have a plan, and I know who's going to be a part of that plan and who ain't going to be a part of that plan. And I'm going to tell you right now, read the Bible. Okay? Whatever it says in the Bible, times it by 10. Okay? People are going to get stupid. Okay? They're going to be in denial for the first 3 days. So you get 72 hours or so before people are really it's going to sink in here. Okay? We've read multiple books on this. I've been watching this for years and years, and it's just escalating and escalating and escalating. Now, do you think that the elite over there in the swamp is going to give up all the power they have right now? You better dream on. They are not going to give this up. For the likes of me, you, Mr. The big capital D, and all of his cronies, no. We have an economic crisis going on. We got the homeless problem going on. We got every kind of problem going on. I mean, it's just escalating. You know, if you take and look at it one by one, ain't no big deal. Okay, there was a flood. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, put them all together. That's biblical. Yeah, God says that this is going to happen in this time. The question is, do you have it in yourself as a person to heed the warning, to what he's saying? I know I do. I definitely have. There's no doubt in my mind. The thing is the rest of you got enough and humble yourself to say, wait a minute, maybe God's on to something. Maybe people should heed the warnings, signs that are there. I know I do. I've been watching this escalate for years. That's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. You know what? You're the one that's going to have to deal with it, not me. In the Bible, it says that I'm only responsible for my own. It says, help your fellow man, but it also says you're only responsible for your own. Okay? I'm not responsible for my neighbor's kids. I'm not responsible for my neighbor's grandmother. I'm not responsible for all of them. My responsibility is help your fellow man. That is me sending the warning out. That is me telling you to get ready. Okay? Now, if you don't want to heed the warning, that is not my fault. That is not my responsibility to prepare you for what's coming. Okay? Now, go back to the Bible. The second coming. Read Matthew 24. Read Revelation. I mean, it's all there. The thing is, do you got enough sense to go read it? Do you have enough sense to go understand it? Okay, a lot of what God and Jesus Christ talk about in the Bible, he says, I'm speaking in parables. Parables is a story, not a literal interpretation. Okay, so the whole premise of the story is for you to learn a lesson from the story. That's what it's all about. Okay, I look at it no different than me owning a car manual. There's a car right there. I have a manual for that car. Okay? If I got a problem with the car, I go look it up. It's called Schematics. It gives me a breakdown of the whole car. There's a Harley Davidson right there. We got the schematics for that. We got another Harley right there. I got full schematics for that. I could take that whole bike apart, put it all back together. All right, you got torque wrenches, you got sockets, you got ratchets, you got everything. That's called a tool. Okay? Now, when you're prepping and you're prepping for what's coming, you're just putting tools into your toolbox. That's what you're doing. Okay? That's how I look at it. Now, if you got all your tools in line, guess what? Okay, I'll show you for instance. Okay, I'll go over to one of my toolboxes. Check this out. Okay, so all those wrenches and everything are in order. That's just in my top drawer. Okay, so if you're preparing, that's what preparing is. If you have all your tools in your toolbox and in your chest to be able to do what needs to be done, you know what? You're going to be able to sleep with a sound mind. I know I do. You know, there's a lot of dynamics of things that can go wrong that you don't know. Okay, I get it. But if you think about it and you think of every scenario that you can think of and prepare for every one of those scenarios, guess what? It takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. I know it does for me. I mean, seriously, I can't stress this enough. People have a tendency of listening to that big old black box. Okay? They don't listen to people that are paying attention to what they say and break it down. And everybody's got a narrative. It's this one, that one, this one, that one. I'm delirious from it all. I just know what God tells me to do. And I know what God tells my wife to do. Okay? We're both hearing the same thing. I don't know if it's because we're married or, I said all the family members in the household have to be all on the same page. I've said that in multiple videos. You train together, you discuss, you break down different scenarios with one another. You come as one. That's what people need to do. Okay? Now, people don't listen to somebody because of one of the 10 commandments. It says, thou shalt not judge. So, when they do that, guess what? They don't listen to that person. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter. I can show them irrefutable proof. No matter what, they don't know a thing about me other than hearsay. They don't know nothing. Well, they're the ones that are going to get hurt with this. That's the sad part. And the sad part is a lot of people are family members. Heed the warning. Don't know when, don't know why, don't know where, but something's coming. It's brewing. This country's in shambles. Okay? I hear a little bit about grumbling as civil. Come on, man. This whole thing, we got lead economic leaders saying that they're going to do civil war. So, heed the warning. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off for now. Get the 5. Get ready. Don't know what's coming, but just be ready for it. Love you guys. Be safe. God bless.